Okie dokie, everybody. Happy afternoon, coaching friends. I am super excited to be here with you. Crystal clear, great. This is a pretty good microphone right here, and excited to be here with you. We're looking at gold. Gold looks bearish. We don't really look at this very often, but it does look bearish right now. Strangely enough, with all this COVID stuff, you'd think, wow, gold would be even a lot higher than it is. But today it had a down day. And I think every single down day that gold has is an excuse to either buy more or be happy that you already did. Now, gold could retrace all the way down. It's a normal thing. It could retrace all the way down to the July pivot. Gold's future, anything that trades actively in futures, whether it's the S&P 500, the ES, or gold or silver or any kind of commodity that trades actively in the futures market, tends to also have the same characteristics in the ETF with respect to pivots. It usually hits every single pivot. And it usually hits every single pivot in the day, month, week, or year that it was created. And gold is no different. It's possible, even dare I say likely. I love using my finger on these charts. I love these. I love this Surface Studio computer. I love that you can just play around with it like this. So it wouldn't surprise me to see gold drop to the monthly pivot and then go from there. And we could look at, we could look at the continuous futures contract. Why not? Well, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. We got a correction, but we certainly didn't get very much of a correction, did we? I want to get rid of all my lines. There's going to be a line above where gold is right now, and we should definitely take a look at that. That's where gold is going. 100% gold is going there. I'm surprised it's not already there with the number of cases and the virus situation. I'm just really surprised we're not already there. But I guess, gold could have a whole series of down days in the midst of or in the process of having some really up days. Here's PCTI. There's CORR not having a good day. These are daily charts right now. I want to look the really long term. We're going to look at Fastenal. What a nice trend since the last earnings report. And then MSM, a down day. A down day is good for you if you are kind of looking to possibly buy it anyway. So this is not a bearish pattern. It's not a head and shoulders necessarily. But if it is, all that really it's looking to do is get down to the monthly pivot. I hope it does, actually. Since we do like this the stock, I would love to see it get down there. How's Facebook today? Wow, Facebook recovered. Okay, so my put on Facebook is garbage. Okay, whatevs. That's a V-shaped recovery if I ever saw one. I mean, it is one of the world's most popular stocks, so why wouldn't it do that? RDUS, still think that's got a lot of room to go. VIX, not really moving. Zoom having a really nice day, but still not breaking through to new highs. So I'm going to go ahead and call BS on Zoom. And then PDD. Not good or bad. It's kind of a bullish looking candle there that it printed on the 4 hour. But it did print a bearish profit circle on the 1 hour. Kind of that tweezer. I don't know what you call those. Those two lined up candles right there. Buy physical gold. My dad does. My pops. He's not my real dad, but he's my dad. So yeah, he does. I don't necessarily. I don't have anywhere to put it. I don't even know where people do put physical gold. It's not a bad idea, But the mistaken notion that the world will, people will transact business in gold in the apocalypse is untrue. In the apocalypse, they'll transact business in weapons and bullets and food, but gold won't have any meaning. So what are my thoughts on PDD going down this month? It's not really going down this month. It's going down this week. It's like my thoughts are, listen, it broke the highs, came back down. We'll see. We're going to know at the end of the week, how dumb my PDD trade is. Yeah. But I'm not opposed to physical gold. I think gold actually, if you look at the trends generally continue and go farther for a longer period of time than most people think they do. And gold is in a probably extensive multi-year cycle trend. We haven't even remember the days when we were the trust system in America, the Social Security and Medicare system was bankrupt? Still is. Nobody talks about it anymore. And all we've done is borrowed more money. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons. And, we'll just let things play out as they are. I would very much like to look at that unnamed chart we've got. I would love to look at a few of the magic formula investing stocks. And the Marquet watch list is really cool too. She has a ton of really cool ones on here. Let's just look at this for a minute. I'll stop when I find something super interesting. So I think this is pretty much HD, so you probably can see this, but I'm going to zoom in here. So on this indicator, you don't even have to look at it. This crossing over and headed lower means that gold above, on the screen above, is probably going higher. And it is. Okay? So it's a inverse indicator. I got my head. And then this crossover here that seems to be heading upward would be bearish for gold. And it kind of was. This is another crossover downward, which we would generally take to be bullish. And so the bull trend is in full swing. It's the MACD. It's the MACD set to 126 and 9. Kind of weird. It's a weird setting on the MACD. XLV. Oh, this is really interesting. Look at this. This is silver. Check this out, friends. What a really nice time we're having here today. This is really important stuff. So this crossover lower would be bullish for silver, and it was. This crossover that seems to be showing that it would go up is bearish, and it did go down from there a bit. This would be bearish again, and it did go down from there. This, look at this, seems to be suggesting that this MACD indicator is going to cross over lower, and that would be bullish for silver. I like silver more than I like gold. Silver and gold. The technology sector seems to be suggesting that a correction is in order. I'd be short technology right now. Seems like a terrible idea if you look at, where the money's flowing, but still the same. SPXU. Wow, that's super bullish. Look at this. So it tends to, especially on something like this, slide lower and then break. Sliding lower. Look at the volume going up on this. And a bullish profit circle. It's hard to deny it. I'm glad I have some volatility calls. It's hard to look away from this and see it's listen, we're just being technical here for a minute. The technicals seem to suggest that there is some significant bearish stuff on the horizon. Goldman Sachs, how you doing, Goldman Sachs? Bearish. So this crossover going up would suggest movement down in Goldman Sachs. IWM, same story. It's not a very popular opinion. Visa, 2 bearish profit circles. What does Visa look like over here? Bearish divergence and 2 bearish profit circles and a head and shoulders? Look at Visa. All right, let's get rid of this little thing right here. Look at that. Bearish divergence, 2 bearish profit circles, shoulder, head, shoulder. It's kind of like a double shoulder. I like it. Where's the neckline on this? I mean, you could put the neckline here. You could also put an alternate neckline there. I like that better. I wonder if I can move a line once I draw it. No, I can't. I want to take that green line from top to bottom and I want to copy it and move it down. So I'm gonna go, it's like 1, that's about the length. X marks the spot. So Visa, target of 170. I mean, Visa is probably in a reasonably strong position one way or the other. Well managed, right? I'm bearish Visa. Definitely bearish Visa. I'm going to draw an arrow and everything. And on these charts, we can measure the neckline. We clone it. We grab the second one. Yep. There's your target. That's the measured move target on Visa. Kind of fun. So on the 1 hour, bearish divergence and 2 bearish profit circles. 4 hour, just 2 bearish profit circles. 1 day, nothing. Okay. Micron. I don't really have anything to say about Micron. Home Depot. Chevron. Getting dangerously close to a move lower. Lyft. My old nemesis, the ride-sharing companies. Zoom. Jerk. That's so bearish. Okay. All right. All right. Let's just see about this. Let's see. Maybe this little strategy doesn't really work. This is the MACD set to 126 and 9. We had a bearish crossover in the indicator here, plus those profit circles leads to a multi-month move higher with a kind of a crossover upward here. We do get a bit of a dip. That's fine. Then we get a bearish crossover here, and the move continues upward. Bullish crossover on the indicator, which would indicate a small move lower or big move lower. This bullish indication here would be bearish above. This bearish indication here would be bullish. This bullish indication here would be bearish. This crossover lower here would be bullish, okay? This crossover upward would be bearish. This crossover back lower would be bullish. This crossover here going up would be a move down. And this crossover here, which is down, would lead to a move up. So this indicator is virtually flawless in its ability to predict some kind of correction. And it just crossed over bullish, and we did get a bit of a correction already. So that might be it. That may be the end of it. That may be the final move that we get. I don't think it is, because when you get to these extreme levels, that's when something happens. Okay, my camera turned off because we have the timer set on the camera, but I can switch cameras over here. Or I can just turn it back on. That's the easiest way to do it. I'll be right back. Oh, it's not plugged in. It's not plugged in, that's why. Okay. And so no camera. We'll just turn the camera off for now, and I'll say goodbye in just a minute. But let's just keep looking at some charts, if there are any left. Oh, there are. Apple kind of crossing over on the far right. Boeing, GLD, still in its bullish phase. So MACD 126.9. That crossover bearish would be a bullish move. The big ones come at the, the really, really big runs, the extreme runs. So that move down in this indicator, the crossover of those lines, would be bullish, and that plays out. This crossover bullish, especially at these extreme levels, right? Like when it gets, you just look at how far it's gone underneath. It's just eyeballing. That move up would be an indication of a move lower, which it was doing. And then, so this move. So yeah, we're still in the midst of what should be, I think, a move upward in gold. KRE, regional banking ETF, nobody cares. This is Citrix Systems. Let's check this out. This is a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys are having fun. I'm having fun. Okay, let's just look at all the crossovers. This is just a mess, so we'll just ignore it. This is a bullish crossover. So that means that directly above, we should get some bearish movement, and we do. Okay, my lines aren't going to be perfect. This is a bearish crossover, so it means that we should get some movement down, which we did. Okay, this is a bullish crossover. No, that would be up. Hold on. I'm going to confuse myself here. Back. We can just correct our mistake here. Okay, here we go. So if this is a bearish crossover here, it means upward movement here. And we got some of that. That's true. And then we bullish crossover, and that means that the price would go down. This bearish crossover should be bullish. It comes late, but it's still reasonably valid. bullish crossover here, bearish movement, down below, up above, up below, down above, and look at this, Citrix Systems, bearish crossover here, and movement up. You know, Citrix is a big winner when people work from home. Doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, if you look at everything that we're looking at now, gold looks bullish, technology looks bearish, Citrix looks bullish. You're painting a picture of another shutdown is what you're doing. The markets are predicting another shutdown. That's what the markets are doing right now. Look at Cisco. Cisco is a giant winner when stuff shuts down. It's a giant winner. And it's crossing over bearish now, which means it's bullish movement coming. Cisco is a wonderful example of a company that does well when people have to work from home. Coca-Cola, nothing going on there. There's no looming crossover at this point. I would still put this squarely in the bearish camp. And that's it. That's the rundown of the Marquet stocks, you know, some of her favorite stocks. So there you go. That was a lot of fun. Thanks, everybody. RSI and stochastics, I like it. I like those. Yeah, so Sue, it's so weird that the MACD works in reverse like this. It's so weird. It's so unique and simple. And, you know, you can go back really far in time and it works. It's strange. It's like whole, it's a really neat, I don't know if you could use it for day trading. I don't know if it's too lagging. So the nice thing about the long-term charts is the crossover happens after the movement's already begun. So it's quite lagging. But on the other hand, it's kind of nice because you have the confirmation that price has already shown you what it wants to do. The indicator shows you that it's going to continue, and then you get a couple more bars or candles of movement in that direction. I love it. Okay. So where did I get the idea for that? I have a long history of mangling indicators, putting an indicator on my chart and mangling the numbers. And so just playing around with different numbers, just increasing the middle number, the first number, the second number, and so forth. So that's where it comes from. Okay, everybody, I'm going to post this recording as soon as possible.